Hey guys, welcome back. So this was the seventh round of the Rasucha series, São Paulo 2025. This is kind of late, so it's been about a week, so maybe I won't remember exactly the details. But my opponent for this round was a kid. She's like 10. She's the runner-up for the uh, Pan American chess championship under 10 for girls or something like that. She doesn't quite have the woman candidate master title just yet because she needs to reach 1800, but I decided to put it in regardless. So I saw that my opponent played the classical against the Karakan, and I didn't really want to go for the e takes for the for this line because I felt like my chances weren't very good and I really wanted to win this game. As you may remember, I lost the second, third, and fourth round. I won the fifth and sixth and the first, but I still wanted to get a good score. So, yeah, I decided to go for something more aggressive. So I opted for this different idea of the Gurgenidze. And she thought here for a bit and she played bishop f4. So I knew that my best move simply had to be d takes, and then going for the other plan of the Gurgenidze. But yeah, so the thing is, she didn't play e5 immediately. The best move here is e5. And then we get like, I play h5, and then we trade the bishops, knight h6, and yeah, but she didn't play that. So when she played bishop f4, I thought that if I played bishop g7, she would not be pushing e5, even though that's the best move. So I knew that this was the best move, but I was like, okay, let's keep the position more interesting. Yeah, so she took here, and that's good for me because a classical Karkan player doesn't usually play these Carlsbad structures, and I've played them quite a bit. And yeah, I saw that there was this idea of playing Nb5 here, but I was like, okay, I just play 96, and I thought I was fine overall. Computer wants me to play King f8 actually, and against this, I just yeah, that's kind of crazy. Just giving up castling rights so early on, but I guess let's say I don't know. Yes, I just thought that 96 was fine. I saw that it scored well on the Lead Chess database, if I remember correctly, and yeah. So she plays bishop d3. I just developed my knight, and she develops hers. And I thought here that the best move was playing bishop g4 to give up this my bad bishop. I considered playing knight h5, but then I was like, okay, what if she plays just bishop b5? And I was like, am I really going to play f6? Yeah, that's the best I can do because the only square that she can go to is this, so my knight is not going getting trapped. But yeah, and then like I can push e5, and my friend, which is about 2050, says saw the position I was talking about it with him, and he said, yeah, it looks fine, and the yeah computer agrees. Yeah, but I decided to play bishop d4. This is quite a big difference. But felt like okay, let's see what happens. She plays h3. I decided to take. She takes. Now it's still hard to move these two pieces for me because if I move this rook, she takes. If I move this knight, I get forked. So yeah, I decided to throw in this check. This was a really big mistake, if I'm being honest. I was kind of afraid of her castling queenside, but now that I think about it, this is not something that I was actually really thinking about it. Is that if she castles here, I have this idea of let's say castles. I can play knight b4, and the thing is she hasn't played c3, and I unbind my position. So yeah, I really should have thought about that. My idea was to play queen a5 so that when she plays c3 and I castle, you can't castle long because I'll take the pawn. But yeah, now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. I really had not thought about that like up until now, pretty much. But yeah, I played queen a5 with that idea. Now I saw that sometimes she could play b4, but I thought that was like overextending a bit. So yeah, so I castle. I here I thought my position was great. Honestly, I thought my position was great. Uh, and she castles. Now my idea was to like do this, reorganize my pieces, and yeah. So I decided to play Rook FD8. Now I was kind of scared of she going immediately B4, and then Queen B6, then A4, but that would have done this like probably the same thing I did, which is just this. And maybe this is overextending. I don't quite know. Because I always have this idea of doing what I did, which is just bringing the knight back and trading one of the knights. But she didn't go for that, luckily for me. When I was analyzing afterwards, I thought it was much better than what she did. But I think this is sort of a waste of a tempo. If she wanted to, she could have like maybe played Rook FE1. That would have made more sense. But when she moves her queen again, and especially because with these arrangements, if the rook is in front of the queen, she's not ever threatening to take if I'm protecting with my rook, you know. But yeah, so I protect, and now she plays b4, but now I'm fine because I can go queen d8, and overall, like, pretty much most of the game I thought I was doing quite well, but yeah. So she plays rook here. I'm not sure I really understand the idea of this move. But yeah, so my idea here was to trade the knights. I want to trade and yeah, unbind them. Now I have to be very careful because sometimes my rook is almost trapped. So yeah, and I also have to be careful because if I play e6, sometimes she can do this. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of rough. I play 98 with this idea that I just said. Now she plays a4, and now I offer this trade. I thought my position was pretty much fine here. I thought that she was maybe overextending, and yeah. So takes takes. Uh, I don't quite understand this move because I felt like I was just given a tempo. Now here I didn't quite understand. Here I think yeah, no. Here I was just yeah. I considered these two moves. I don't quite know why I chose to play e6, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, oh, that's right. Maybe sometimes I can do this thing, just like trading like this. Right now, I wanted to keep my bishop here, which was actually very useful for me later on. But yeah, so here I had also considered just playing b6. But I was like, okay, if she plays this, I can uh, I can play a6. I think that was it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's been a while. Yeah, a6. No, let's say what? Okay. Yeah, I guess I would have just ignored it and still played e6. I don't know. Yeah, so I played e6. She gave me a tempo for free. Oh no, sorry, spoiler. Okay, so e6, and she gave me this tempo. Now she plays this move, and here I considered playing like this or b6. I could not. I thought this was better because a5 immediately. I was like, if takes takes, yeah. Maybe this was the idea why I chose to keep my rook here. I think that was it. Yeah. So here I play b6, and now she's with this idea of playing a5. So I bring my knight back. And I again could not quite figure out the difference between all of these moves. But in some point, think it was like here. When she played this, I saw that I had this tactic. Just if I play rook c8, she plays here. She's not threatening to push a5 because then I would be just able to take. So yeah, I did that, and she protects the pawn. And now I play knight here. And against a she does play a5, and I was very happy. I actually did not see that she can just defend. She can just go back. And this is, yeah, this is equal. This is most likely going to be a draw. Maybe my chances are a tiny, tiny bit better because now she has to take, and like, yeah, like there are weak pawns for her, and I have one, but we are probably going to trade. I don't know. Yeah, uh, that didn't happen. She just played queen takes, and now we can do this tactic, which is just taking here. And yeah, I saw all of this, and I thought that this idea of taking here was pretty good because now we are in an opposite colored bishop endgame. Computer doesn't agree, but it's not so different, the evaluation. So takes. And yeah, I also saw that my bishop from here was also protecting this pawn, which is very important because if not, she would have been able to play takes and then pick up my pawn. So yeah, we do that, and now she goes back. In here, I really messed up. I should have just played like this is fine, I guess, just this move. But I could have either played this because here I am. No, this move is fine. So she plays rook c2, and I should have just like played bishop b6 because then I realized that my bishop belongs on this diagonal, so that when I push, she's not able uh, to advance her pawns. I can create like a blockade here, and we get like a four. No, yeah, a 5 on 3, which is very much winning. So I play bishop b5. This is a waste of a tempo, and I don't quite remember what I thought when she played this move, but yeah. So then I realized, okay, yeah, my bishop belongs on this diagonal, so let's just do this with tempo. So yeah, so I play bishop d6, and this actually is very bad. I could have just like doubled, I guess. That makes sense. That makes some sense. And she can't actually protect her pawn, pretty much. Say bishop f1, g7. Oh wow, yeah. No, she can't protect her pawn. That would have been cleaner for sure. Yeah. So she played this move, and here I thought that the move I played was very very good because that meant she had to push. Because let's say it takes, I play bishop check, and then I take the rook, and if rook and if pawn takes, I just take the rook. So yeah, I chose here to play d4. Here, she can actually get really good drawing chances by just playing rook here. Yeah, because then I'm forced to take. Then she takes, I take, and now it's going to be almost impossible to win. Like a 4 on 3 with opposite colored bishops. Maybe if I can somehow get my bishop like eyeing this pawn, maybe I would have, yeah, probably would have played this move, like trying to reroute my bishop. But it would have been very hard to try to create any winning chances. Well, luckily for me, she did what I thought she had to do, which is push the pawn. Oh, sorry. Here she pushed the pawn, and now I get that situation where I have the 5 on 3, which is very good for me. Here I considered playing all of these moves. I think at 5 and e5, but I thought that she was just able to push, which makes no sense. Like let's say let's say I think here I considered f5. No, I don't know. Yeah, I thought I was just losing a piece like after this, but then I just protect. I don't know. I was getting kind of tired, if I'm being honest. Those were some long games. I think this game lasted like maybe 3 hours. And the same day, it's the same day I had another game later on, which also lasted 4 hours. That was crazy. Yeah, so I create the blockade and now I start pushing my pawns. I could have played either move. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of difference between F5 and E5. Yeah. Uh, I just played F5. My idea is to just push these pawns. And now I have to play E5. I felt like, because if I don't, she will play F4 when she blockaded. I thought here that her best move was actually this because uh, she's like, it's hard for me to push this pawn now. And she's threatening to like create an outpost and like stop giving me some squares. But I thought that my plan here was like, let's say, yeah, here I can just do my plan preemptively and like shuffle my pieces like this. It's really, it should be quite simple. Uh, Not so simple because she will block here again, but still, I thought that was better than what she did. She played bishop d3, and now I have to play e5 because then if I don't, she will play f4. Yeah, and now she plays f3, and now here I just had such an easy win, which is just now that she created sort of this hook, I can like shuffle my rooks and push, literally just push. I thought I had to like bring my king over, but yeah, now she can play g4, and the situation is really not that simple because if I take, that's probably a draw, maybe. Uh, so I can't take, and now I'm forced to play king f6. Had I just played this, say g4, I just play e4, I'm so winning, and I'll just take and push. I don't know, like that was so stupid. And the thing is, I don't quite understand my clock management because I was trying to put pressure on her clock, but then I got into a winning position. So just like now that you have a winning position, just like convert it. There's no need to play fast anymore. It's like I don't understand what was going through my mind. But okay, yeah, this was so much easier than what I ended up doing. Because now she plays g4, but I was like, okay, she plays g4, just infiltrate. But I really missed this check. Here, I should have just played bishop e6 immediately. And like, yeah, bishop g6 and block here, like, yeah, let's say king here, no, king here, king here, I can push. Can I push? F takes, it takes, should takes. Oh yeah, now I can take a key. Yeah, yeah, now this pawn is also hanging. I should have just done that. But because like I really don't understand. It was just so stupid for me. I was getting really tired as well, as I said. But now when she checks me, I have to do all of this. And here I was like, okay, she will bring the other rook, and that's annoying because she's threatening an infiltration. She plays rook a6, and like I see that the best move. Like I was like I really did not quite know. Because I was like, if this move, no infiltration, but then she plays it. I thought she could just play this move, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to win this. That yeah, I can just take. But let's say takes h4 and not so simple, I suppose. Really not so simple. Yeah, so I decided to go here, and I started getting kind of afraid. I'm not gonna lie, because. Uh, I saw that I had to play king f4 here, but then I was like, what if she takes and plays like rook here? But yeah, then I saw that I could play like king here, and yeah. So she plays rook e6. I have to play king f4. She plays king f2, and now I really should be playing rook f8 to like protect this pawn. So, but I was getting kind of scared. Like I really wanted to be able to like trade these rooks because yeah, uh, this is almost like a mating net. If she takes here with the rook, I get mated. So I literally get mated. Um, yeah, I saw this move and I was like, okay, I can just shuffle. And here I made a huge mistake. As I said, I want to trade the rooks. I want to threaten a rook trade almost. So what I should be doing is keep the bishop in this diagonal. So this is good because it can't be attacked. Okay, so that's the best move. Uh, and then we will push here. Let's say this. Then we will like shuffle. We will offer a trade, push, and win. Okay. What I did was like, okay, I'll go back. And if she pushes, I can go back. And yeah, now there's a lot of counterplay already. Like so unnecessary. As I said, I'm really not that good in my end games. I was really lucky I was able to win this. But yeah, I wanted to keep my bishop in this diagonal. But like she's obviously just going to play c5, and now I was like, if she plays b6, I'm not worried because promotion square is the dark square. Takes. No, what? G takes, C takes. Yeah, and now she does that idea which I said before, which I talked about before, which is threatening here like this, crazy. So I don't know what I would have played. Like F takes, she takes, and yeah, probably a draw. So yeah, as I said, I really should have kept my bishop in this and if she took here, I thought that would be hard for me to lose, but. Because even if she wins this pawn, my rook is almost always here to defend. And if I take this pawn, like, uh, then I'm always able to the promotion square is the dark square. So I'm chilling. Yes, but she played c6, which I thought was a huge mistake, like a blunder. Because then now I can play bishop c5, and now this is protected, and she cannot infiltrate anymore. Like, let's say this, I'll just play this, and it's very much winning. Like, it's very much winning. She plays anything, I will just win the pawn. I'm really chilling. Yeah. Uh, but she chose to go back, and I was like, okay, she goes back and attacks my bishop, then I can push, and that's what happened. I pushed. She attacked my bishop. I just retreat. Boom. And here I had to calculate what if she tries to do all of this, but then I can just go back. And she kind of wants to have this column both for the rook and this square both for the bishop as well. So, but they can't both be there at the same time. So yeah, I push c4 and she attacks my bishop. I just fly back. Now she takes, and I was like, okay, I think I can take. I considered not taking, but then I calculated like, what if she pushes? But then I realized that I can just go up, like go the rook can just go to f7, which is what happened. So takes, she pushes. If I take, I lose, or at the very least, it gets far more complicated. c7, bishop takes. And I no longer know. I would have cut the king off, but I don't know. I really don't know. Like, let's say this. Yeah, that would have been harder, but I saw that I can just block here, and my bishop is always in time to protect. And now we played a couple more moves, but I just win all the pawns with an extra bishop. So yeah, I felt like the instructive moments here in the game overall were here. I should have, if she like, if this was like the first round and my opponent wasn't rated, I would have taken, which is what I know is the best move. But this idea was interesting of playing knight h5 and f6, but I got scared. And yeah, just uh, just castling here is fine, as I said, because if she goes long, I can play knight b4 and I unbind. So yeah, this idea was interesting. I thought as well of shuffling. 98 is also interesting to trade some pieces. Sorry. And yeah, this team of the hitting was interesting. Here I should have just played bishop b6 to just consolidate and have nothing hanging. And yeah, here I should have just played rook c5 and I just win more material. And yeah, and then in this position, like with the with 5 on 3, even with opposite colors, that should be enough, I believe. This is just a pass pawn. I will just do what I did. Uh, yeah, and this is a mistake, as I said, because she can offer the trade. And here I should have just bulldozed the position, as I said. Yeah, now this is a mistake. Yeah, no, sorry. This is a mistake. I should have just played before to stay on the diag on the so the bishop can always offer a trade. But here I did not say that before, but I got scared about this move. But then again, I can just play e4 and not time. Let's say takes. She takes the king. I'll just take with check, which is very important. And then I'll just push. Let's say in here I push. It's me. Yeah. And yeah, as I said, this was also a mistake. So because then I can just recreate the blockade with no infiltration. And yeah, the bishop defend both leaning squares. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I think this was an interesting endgame. It's always tough playing rook endgames. Yeah, really, really tough. But yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.